The stadium held its breath, then exhaled in stunned silence. 13 minutes of play, a corner swung in, Bayindir instinctively lunged, and the ball squirmed from his hands like a live thing, only to fall to Riccardo Calafieri, who nodded it in from inches away. A small motion, an enormous consequence, and suddenly a season opener became a referendum on confidence. The roar that followed felt less like celebration and more like a verdict. Fans seeking answers, pundits circling for a narrative, and headlines waiting for a single line to carry the rest of the story. From the bench to the stands, the single image repeated. Bayindir's hand meeting leather and the ball's bad bounce. A moment so ordinary in its anatomy that it became explosive in its aftermath. Ruben Amorim walked into the media room like someone who had rehearsed the lines that night. Calm, precise, deflecting blame into context. He did not paint the error as a catastrophe unique to Bayindir. He talked instead about precedent, about how games contain messy moments, and how one miscue should not erase a season of preparation. He pointed to training, to pre-season rhythm, and to the fact that Andre Onana, the man many assumed would be the automatic answer to any goalkeeping graft, had been omitted from the squad for tactical and fitness reasons. That defence won't placate everyone. It inflames the conversation. Fans ask, is defending a player a manager's loyalty or a manager's misjudgment? Look at the footage and you see more than just a mistake. You see the anatomy of decision-making. A coach chooses continuity when he believes patterns will deliver long-term stability. He chooses a keeper who has trained hard, who has rhythm from summer work, and who complements the style he wants on the pitch. Amorim's case is that Bayindir and Tom Heaton did the work in pre-season, and that placing Onana immediately into the match after a short training return carries risk. But then there is the other, darker ledger. High-stakes football has little room for repeated errors. The goalkeeper is both the fortress and the lightning rod, and when a single cross ends a fixture, stories about a depth and a transfer market urgency begin to write themselves. Will the club spend this window? Will the directors look at this as a one-off or a symptom? The questions multiply. Is the squad's shot-stopper cupboard bare, or simply perceived that way in the heated hours after a home defeat? Meanwhile, the dressing room breathes in different rhythms. Players who feel responsible for not converting chances wonder whether the headlines about the keeper will obscure their missed opportunities. Supporters on social feeds demand accountability in capital letters, while others call for patience, citing pre-season promise and tactical clarity. Amorim is caught in the middle, not simply as a tactician but as the arbiter of narrative. His refusal to drop a player in public is as much about protecting a working group as it is about controlling the story. But managers who insist on calm in the face of chaos must also deliver results. Rhetoric only buys time if it is followed by performance. The transfer window ticks on, a persistent metronome that forces choices. Chase a proven no. One and risk destabilizing the squad, or trust the internal competition and hope for collective growth. There's another angle, quieter but equally urgent. What this says about the club's recruitment and planning. Investing in a goalkeeper isn't just about saving shots. It's a signal of ambition, of responding to a glaring moment with concrete action. For fans, the calculus is simple. One costly parry, one conceded point, and a summer of decision-making takes on existential weight. For the coaching team, the calculus is surgical. Who trains better? Who communicates with the defence? Who reads the lines at set pieces? Transfer rumours will swell regardless. Some will be sensible, others pure noise, but the real pressure is internal. The relationships that determine whether a keeper feels secure enough to rebound from error and whether the manager's public defence is interpreted as conviction or stubbornness. This is where the story turns from an isolated incident into a storyline that could shape the season. Amorim's answer today was clear. He backs his men and trusts his depth. But football is a pragmatic judge. If the club's results in the coming weeks reveal the same fragility at critical moments, boardrooms and supporter forums will grow impatient. If, however, Bayindir and the coaching staff respond, if practice breeds precision, and if match rhythm restores confidence, then this moment will be remembered as the spark that forged a stronger group. That's the tension now. Will faith be vindicated, Or will this single header be the earliest, loudest evidence that Manchester United's season will be defined by decisions still being made off the pitch? The transfer window won't wait, and the next answer will come not in words but in the next whistle.